Welcome to ZoomInData. In this video, we cover Power Apps interview questions, Microsoft ecosystem integration, explained in a very simple, real-time, and interview-focused way. This topic helps you understand how Power Apps works seamlessly with Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, Outlook, OneDrive, Azure AD, Planner, and the broader Microsoft ecosystem, which is critical for enterprise projects and interviews. If you are preparing for Power Apps interviews, working on real-time projects, or designing enterprise-grade apps, this video will give you strong conceptual clarity. 1. How does Power Apps integrate with Microsoft Teams? Power Apps can be embedded directly inside Microsoft Teams as a tab, making apps easily accessible where users already work daily. Teams provides context such as user identity, team, and channel, which Power Apps can use to personalize experiences. This integration reduces context switching and improves adoption because users don't need to open a separate app. 2. What benefits arise from embedding Power Apps inside Teams? Users can access apps without leaving Teams, improving productivity. Permissions automatically align with Teams membership, reducing access issues. Collaboration improves because apps are used alongside chats, files, and meetings. 3. How does Teams context influence app behavior? The app can identify which team or channel it is running in. UI and data can be filtered based on the current team context. This allows one app to behave differently for different teams. Example: a task app shows only tasks related to the current team's channel. 4. What challenges arise when deploying apps through Teams? Limited customization compared to standalone apps. Performance can depend on Teams client behavior. Debugging issues inside Teams can be more complex. 5. How does Power Apps integrate with Outlook workflows? Power Apps works with Outlook through Power Automate and connectors. Emails can trigger app-related actions such as approvals or record creation. Apps can also send notifications or updates via email. 6. What scenarios benefit from email-driven Power Apps processes? Approval workflows that start from emails. Service requests submitted via email. Notifications and escalations based on email triggers. 7. How does Power Apps interact with Microsoft Forms? Microsoft Forms can collect initial user input. Power Apps can consume this data for further processing. This is useful when simple data capture is required before complex logic. 8. What limitations exist when integrating with Excel Online? Excel is not designed for multi-user transactional apps. Data conflicts can occur when many users edit simultaneously. Security and validation capabilities are limited. 9. How does Power Apps support SharePoint modern experiences? Power Apps can customize SharePoint list forms. Apps can be embedded in SharePoint pages. This modernizes traditional SharePoint processes without custom code. 10. What challenges arise when Power Apps are used inside SharePoint pages? Page load performance can be impacted. Layout flexibility is limited by SharePoint page structure. Debugging issues requires understanding both SharePoint and Power Apps. 11. How does Power Apps integrate with OneDrive? OneDrive is commonly used for file storage and retrieval. Apps can upload, download, or reference files stored in OneDrive. Useful for document-centric business processes. 12. What security considerations apply in Microsoft ecosystem integrations? Permissions must be aligned across services. Over-permissioning can expose sensitive data. Identity and access must be consistently managed. 13. How does Power Apps leverage Azure Active Directory? Azure AD handles authentication and user identity. User roles and groups control access to apps and data. This ensures centralized and secure identity management. 14. What role does Microsoft ecosystem integration play in adoption? Familiar tools reduce learning curve. Users trust apps integrated with known Microsoft services. Adoption increases when apps fit naturally into daily workflows. 15. How do ecosystem integrations reduce development effort? Built-in connectors eliminate custom integration code. Authentication and security are handled by the platform. Developers focus more on business logic. 16. What risks arise from tight ecosystem dependency? Heavy dependency limits flexibility if tools change. Migrating outside Microsoft ecosystem becomes difficult. Licensing changes can impact costs. 17. How does Power Apps support cross-product workflows? Power Apps works with Power Automate to connect Teams, Outlook, SharePoint, and Dataverse. Actions in one product can trigger updates in another. This enables end-to-end business processes. Example: a Teams request creates a SharePoint record and sends an Outlook notification. 18. What interview questions test Microsoft ecosystem knowledge? How Power Apps works with Teams and SharePoint. Identity and security using Azure AD. Licensing and integration limitations. 19. How do updates in Microsoft services impact Power Apps? Platform updates can change behavior or UI. New features may improve integration. Testing is required after major updates. 20. How does Power Apps integrate with Planner or To-Do? Tasks can be created or updated using connectors. Apps can display task status. Useful for task-driven workflows. 21. What challenges exist in managing permissions across services? Permissions must be consistent across all integrated tools. Mismatches cause access or visibility issues. Requires careful planning and governance. 22. How does ecosystem integration affect user experience? Seamless experience improves satisfaction. Reduced app switching saves time. Familiar interfaces increase confidence. 23. How does Power Apps support collaboration scenarios? Teams integration supports shared workflows. Multiple users can work on shared data. Collaboration improves process transparency. 24. What governance concerns arise in ecosystem-heavy apps? Connector usage must be controlled. Data flow must follow DLP policies. Ownership and lifecycle management become critical. 25. Why is ecosystem awareness important for Power Apps developers? Enterprise apps rarely work in isolation. Understanding integrations improves design decisions. Interviewers expect ecosystem-level thinking. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, like, subscribe and save. If you want real-time projects, contact ZoomInData. And if you want more questions on real-time projects, contact ZoomInData.